Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kara here with another Exos Heroes video, and in today's video, I'm legitimately excited. We got our first major patch that's been released since the game came out. This is really encouraging in my opinion that they're releasing content this quickly. So be sure to stay until the end of the video because we're going to be covering multiple things. We got thoughts on Rera. We're going to go over the Battlepass that they just released. Also Unleash Potential, which is a really cool mechanic for rare characters, and then also Embodiment of Avarice. And then lastly, before we begin, I wanted to do a big shout out for all the people that ended up subbing. Last video, I talked about how 85% of you are not subbed. So really big thank you for all the people that ended up subbing, and thank you for all the continued support I've been getting from you guys. And I want to say before we begin, if you like content like this, please consider subscribing. Really helps out the channel. And let's get into it. So first thing I want to talk about is going to be FC Rera. I think she's really good. One thing I want to note is she's a gold fake core. The last few fake cores have been black fake cores, with Xeon being the last gold fake core from this new set of the Dragon passive style characters. So let's break down the kit. First thing I did want to highlight is that the patch is already a big failure because all of this damn scrolling text is still in effect, which is unacceptable. Kidding, of course, but we'll at least read it from online. I don't know how anyone can read that, but first thing is, so she has the typical passive here. This is the Dragon Scale passive here. So all of this is pretty typical. She has the same passive of focus shot, so that pretty much all this is not changing. They're just adding this. There's a couple big differences though in her passive, which is she's gaining this. She increased attack speed by 32 and accuracy by 100 when the battle begins, removed when health drops below 5%. And then also she has restore 100% of her health when tranquil effect is removed. So both of these things are amazing, absolutely incredible. And then she gains a massive buff on her A1, which is this move is absolutely insane, which is requires 1 mana, deals 300% damage to one enemy. Mark reduces the target's accuracy / evasion by 100, removed when the target takes damage. Then self, for 12 turns, it gains immunity to status ailments, which is hilarious. It's gaining a way better version of a Faded Gear, the machine passive from Faded Gear. She just gives that to herself for 1 mana. So literally, it sounds like indefinitely. And then Bite, which is if marked with Tranquil, deals 50% additional damage for each mana the target has. So easily one of the hardest hitting move, if not the hardest 1 mana move in the entire game. I don't think anything really even comes close. So that alone, just this passive and then just this move, already an amazing character. And then the A3, which is Galactic Baptism, requires 3 mana. It's also a burst move, which is great. It deals 124% penetration damage to all enemies, reduces the accuracy and evasion of target with the highest attack by 100, removed when the target takes damage. And then Bite again, dealing if marked with Tranquil, deals 50% additional damage for each mana the target has. So just absolutely, this thing is going to hit like an absolute truck. I'm curious to see it actually in action, but there's a couple of things that are massively misleading about this. But having misleading about the damage when you see 124% damage. Not only that, it's penetration and it's burst, and it's based on how much mana they have with Bite. So it's there's so many modifiers. I want to do some testing. I'm just gonna have them stack mana. I'm gonna have me stack mana and just go all out and see if I can get the biggest crit possible. I think that'd be a fun video to make. I kind of want to test and see if I can who actually hits harder, is if it's going to be her or if it's going to be Bathory in their AoE with max potential. And if I had to guess, I would say her. I think she hits harder because it's penetration. But we don't know how much this other stuff scales. So overall, amazing character. If you have the Zest, absolutely pull her, go all the way. She's super good. I think she's still worth pulling even if you don't have Bathory, because you might as well pull her now, and then this is your best chance to get her. And then you'll pull Bathory later. Is kind of how I'm looking at it. I just think she's way too good of a character to pass up. She's absolutely nuts. And then lastly, here her Faded weapon. It's kind of cool to see it equipped on her, but we don't have the model yet. But overall, incredible character, definitely worthy of the gold status. I think it definitely a top 3 character in the game at this point. So next, let's go to the Battle Pass. Here's the Exos Pass. How it will look when you first get on here. You're going to see this is gated by 3,000 gems. And a very typical Battle Pass. I think we've seen it a million times. here's how it looks. You can get the top portion free to play. Like for example, you can get passes for free here, or through playing for it. The same passes again. They're giving the holy water, like just one holy water. Let me see if they see. I'm kind of bummed that they don't give two holy waters. Eventually, you have to like pay for the second one. I kind of want to see what's in these. These? It sounds like these are always going to be passes. I was kind of hoping one of them was going to be a holy water, but I think this is still a really good value. If you're free to play, I get it. This is a bummer here, but overall, this is a really good value if you're willing to spend some money. Just based on all the stuff you're getting a lot of zest. You're getting what, 200, 400, 900, 900 zest. You're getting a whole bunch of faded rolls for weapons, for gear. You're getting a whole bunch of passes, and then on top of that, you're getting at the very end here. So at the very end, you get, I believe, the faded armor ticket. You're getting an exclusive weapon craft. I think that's really cool that they're doing that. I'm really shocked by that. They're putting that in the first battle pass, and free to play, you get a faded weapon ticket. And if you finish the pass, and you have 30 days to do it, for 29 days and 8 hours. And then how it works is they're giving quests every single day. This top portion one, this one here is gated unless you pay for it. So if you actually pay for the battle pass, then you have this one. Like for most people, you're only gonna have options of like these 5 here. And so then the past battle, how this works is you get 5 battles a day that refresh every hour, and then there's six potential difficulties to gain experience. And then the required units are going to rotate every hour. And so essentially you have to like log in 5 times and do 5 battles if you want to maximize your potential daily battles. And so far I've been doing the hardest one, and then you get more experience the harder it goes. And then it doesn't seem too bad, but you mean they're not really gating you. It's like they haven't made me use rares. Like for example, the first one they made me use like all machine, and then the next one I was able to use like a lot of my best characters. It was kind of more of a mixed one, so I haven't really seen too much. It doesn't seem it definitely doesn't feel as gated as the challenges for faded gear, to give you an idea. And then that just gives you experience, and then you're going to go through the challenges to complete daily to build up your experience here. And then after it takes a decent amount of experience to actually level up. So it's not going to be something that you're going to just be able to burn through, it looks like. But for example, like I'm about 400 away, like 410 away. So I would need to do these 3 here, and then I would get it. Also, the past battles really add up. I believe if you're doing the max one, it's like 50 to 60 per battle. So really important to do that as well. And then you'll just slowly go through this, get all the rewards. Let's check these chests. Okay, clock. What's the purple one? Oh, okay. Oh, 2 passes. So you're getting this pass, and then down here you're getting 2. So you get like this is actually a really cool way of getting the ability to run these things multiple times, because at this point in the game I've been getting really bottlenecked by the polishing materials. So it's really nice that they're covering that. And then these I don't really care about these, but I think for a lot of people having legendary gear like this just straight up is nice. And then a lot of gold, which is good. Gold's like the biggest bottleneck at the game right now. So overall, really happy that they're adding a battle pass so soon. That they're just here it is, and then they're doing it monthly, which seems I like that. It just seems like a good thing. Hopefully, I come from Raid, so Raid had one, and then there's been like 2-3 months since like in between. So hopefully that they're really on it and they always have this available, because having all these extra rewards, especially if you're free to play, is just sweet that these are all just thrown into the game. So now with the Exos pass out of the way, let's talk about Unleashed Potential. Okay, so Unleashed Potential you'll find in the journal, and specifically it's rare or below. So legendaries, fadeds, fake cores can kind of use it. You'll see in a second what they can and cannot use. How it works is any rare, any rare, magical, common, whatever, you take them, and then you go right here. This is the button for it. And then now you can unlock their page for 300 zest. And it's going to be 300 zest per rare, per uncommon, whatever. But the rewards are crazy. So for example, I wanted to show you that just so you can see what it looks like when it hasn't been purchased. But one I've already purchased for is going to be Kaya here. because I think Kai is incredible. I use her in the raid every single day, and I wanted to just see, like, after seeing the rewards, you're like, holy crap! Like, this turns her from already a god tier character to like absolute insanity. This is probably the thing I'm most excited about. Like, this is insane. I'll probably get pretty excited about Rera after I pull her, but or if I pull her, I'm like super capped on Zesp. So how it works is it takes their moves, and you need to spend a decent amount of solar seals, but like check out the buffs for this. You take their move, like there's an attack, defense, and stamina set, and then you have your passive, you have your main move, and then you're both your moves. And then so you can take resources and increase them massively. So for example, normally, let's look at what she does normally. So if we look at her kit now, she has first aid 1. She heals 27% of her own maximum health and cleanses all debuffs. And then she heals all allies by 55% of her own maximum health. And that's a burst move. And so then it's going to go, she can heal even higher if she gets enough mana. So then what we can do here, now we pay the 300 Zest, we go here, and now it's 33% for her A1. Now it's 66% instead of 55. Like a massive boost on just the base move here. Then now you can come down here and you boost it twice. Now it's 83% of her own maximum health. That's like absolute insanity on how much better those moves have gotten. And then you could boost her from first aid 1 to first aid 2. Then down here you can make her first aid 3, which is giving her like a ton of mana. So I can see this being a massive benefit for her, because right now she's not getting any mana when people are above or below. So then this move's a burst move, so she's gonna have a ton of synergy from being able to gain mana. So then what resources does it take to do this? And so to upgrade the moves, for example, so like defense, stamina here, the moves are going to be or like the resources are going to be solar seals. So this is it takes a ton of solar seals. So if you're going to be choosing a character to do this, you definitely want to make sure you're saving your solar seals, farming them every day, because it takes 2,000 here, it takes 2,000 here, and then to go up to here it takes 4,000. So and then 4,000. So it definitely takes an absolute ton of resources to do. And then I want to see, like, I'm not seeing anywhere where it like gates you out, because a lot of these games, whenever there's like kind of this mastery tree, it usually like locks out one of them. Like you can only choose 2 out of the 3. So I want to say I haven't seen anything that limits it. I've read this. I think every single thing is like, when it comes to it, you can't choose like two out of 3. It just seems like you can just increase them, because it does take a lot of resources. So I believe you can just go all the way, and you can literally change a character. This character is already really good, already being used. I use her over legendaries, over faded characters, and she's just going to go full god tier. And then that's not all. Another thing that you can do is increase their stats. So you go up here, and then these circles, these are all through expeditions now. You find these through expeditions. I don't know the drop rate yet. I haven't done expeditions yet, so I'm not sure, but you can increase her attack. You can, as you go up, attack goes up just a little bit, and then you can increase the speed, which is crazy, especially for a healer who's slow as hell. So that's going to be really good. You can get combat increases to help you be able to start simming battles or like quick battling. Obviously the move again, and then here, the attack increase, and then here, let's see the speed again. So then that's going to be, 1 speed plus 1 speed. So 2 speed there. That really adds up. And then you start to, get the speed here. That's another 1 speed. That's another 1 speed, especially for a character that's slow. Being able to move her like 1 tier up is going to be incredible to actually get her to go. And then you can get like her health up, another speed increase there. Combat power increases, 1,000. Like that really adds up too. So this is just, it takes rares that are good. Like I want to look at some of these and see which ones are actually worth it. So far, she's the biggest one, like by far. I don't even think it's close. Another one was Morris here. Morris goes up pretty crazy. For example, his main damage move normally is like 650%. You can take it up to 840%, and then again up to 1050. That's as much as his fake core is. Like that's how much he does if you have him fake core. And then the big thing too is they're saying is, because a lot of rare characters have a fake core, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the moves. The moves don't go up, but the stats do. So all those side stats will go up if you take a fake core character. I think this is such an awesome addition. This is going to make, especially if you're struggling with certain missions and then you're really relying on these rares, this is such a cool way of being able to increase characters that are not like 4-star, not 5-star. I really like that they added this. This is pretty creative. I've never seen something like this in a game. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen something like this, because I think it's really cool. I legitimately think this is like a pretty innovative way of keeping it fair to where you don't just spam these on all the the faded and all that stuff. It just makes characters that are pretty niche just that much better. So I think that's really cool. And with that, let's get to the last part of this, the Embodiment of Avarice. Embodiment of Avarice, it's now down here on the last part here. You get 1 pass. It's very similar. If you guys have a squad and doing the raid here, these 2 passes here, it's almost identical. But how it works is there's same thing when it comes to the days, how they rotate. So for example, it's nature, you get 1 attempt, takes 5 characters, and then you don't battle anyone. What it does is it just takes your battle power and then will, battle start, do it. That's where you're at. So right now I'm like, I did it, rank 30. Then the rewards are crazy. I think this is just going to be a very big, this is like a whale. This is going to be a massive whale competition, I think, because you go here, the rewards are sick, but to be competitive, so this is going to be based on tier. And then if you look, where is it? Weekly ratings. Look at how much you can get from the weekly ratings based on where you're at. So for example, you get 3,500 zest, you get 300 of these tokens here. These Star of Fates, you get 6 of these polymongs. So this is something interesting. This is something new that they released for as a reward. So what happens is once you get these, they're like little pets that follow you around. I don't know what the hell they do. I don't even think they explain it. Let me see if they don't. Like the pets follow users around and can be checked while in towns. So I don't know what that means. And then it's like, so maybe it's just a flex. It's like, oh, hey, here's that guy with the, he got a pet. So he's, one of the top players. I don't know. I don't know if you gain any benefit there, but it's cool that they added this. I'm okay with, even if the rewards are crazy. This is going to be something that definitely is going to start to really separate the whales versus the, free to play and stuff like that. But having more, I think because there's rewards for everyone, they're not gating it out. I think it's still a positive change. I just think, the top 30 players, even the top the top 5% are getting these massive rewards versus, free to play and stuff. So it could be an issue. Still a lot of rewards, nothing too exciting from like a gameplay perspective, but free rewards are free rewards. So I think that's cool. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me in this video. Me personally, I think this is really awesome. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that got added to the game that's really cool. My favorite part is definitely going to be the Unleashed Power. There's a whole bunch of potential there that I'm looking forward to getting to try. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of the patch is. And with that, I'm out.